Resident of Baguio, we conserve, we reuse, we do everything. However, I see the city issuing permit to new condos, new hotels. Why are we residents conserving when the tourists are not being educated? When I ask my tourists to conserve water because we have a water issue in Baguio, they don't know that. It is time for us to educate the tourists in conserving water, in turning off air conditioners when not in use. Every hotel, every accommodation, every restaurant should put up sign that in Baguio, we are saving our environment. So can I ask the city, for the next 5 years, can we breathe and no longer issue building permits for condos and hotels? Let us save Baguio, please.
But there's been that zoning ordinance in place already before my time. And for the young people here, it's been in operation by them. And ownership of land actually has been given us rights. And it really depends on the zone that they're located to be able to build an approved structure. So when we talk of condos and hotels, these are commercial properties on commercial lands or high-density residential. And of course, the owner po has rights there. And we cannot tell them, unless that's somewhere we should really go, that your property, you cannot build anything there if it's going to go towards a condominium or a hotel. Because there's economics happening here po. Like say, for example, if you own a property in the Central Business District, and it's at 250,000 pesos per square meter, what's the decision of that landowner to optimize that resource, that land? And to optimize that, they would have to build higher income space. So those are things that's being given as rights to landowners. We can manage that, that's one way. But we can tell them that you have certain limits to what you can do. And you are required to save water, rainwater, for example, to provide open spaces, to incorporate in your processes greener decisions. So that's the better way forward. That there are certain behaviors required of all of us. But it should not be that it's something that limits our economic use of our assets. So kailangan lang po na meron tayong tamang ethic toward the use, to the optimization of that resource. And yun po yung kailangan i-move na natin itong syudad natin. Kada application po ng building, pa-residential siya o hotel o condominium, ang expectation po is merong certain habits, design that is expected. Thank you. But I do agree, ma'am, that we should teach everyone, and everyone who lives here.
Thank you very much for that question, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Albert Sotelo, G2 subsector Maboy. My question is regarding the distance between the highest point of a riverbed or a creek for access of the city. I think you have a term for that. What do you call that?
The invert, sir.
The invert, okay. I believe in the building code it says 3 meters, if I stand corrected.
The easement.
Easement for a city, right? And so portions of Camp 7 have the beginnings of the Buen on that side, and specifically Camp 7 corner West Circumferential Road.
Yes.
There's so many structures there. that are fenced in all the way to the edge of that creek. So could you give us an insight on what the city is planning to do regarding this and throughout the entire city to protect our rivers?
Thank you very much, Sir Albert, for the question. 110 of the structures in the city are part now of a database which has been audited. So with audit, we know the compliances and non-compliances of all of these structures. I believe they'll finish by next month. So they also have started marking properties that are encroaching on waterway easements. So I think there's like 5 barangays na po in the city, although it's not on the south where Buet is, but it's towards the north along Balili. Minamarkahan na po nila yung mga sites ng building kung saan siya simunta. And sa amin naman po sa zoning, hindi na po namin ina-accept pa kung walang undertaking yung applicant, halisin na yan. So, since sometimes po medyo mahal, hindi naman po natin pwedeng ipilit na alisin mo before po ibigay yung permit. Nagbibigay po sila sa amin ng undertaking. Na in 2 years' time, they will remove those encroachments. And any new application for right now, we make sure that they're beside the waterway. No development along the 3-meter easement. Because that's it.
Thank you very much for that accordingly. And so we ask the last question for this period, for this talk. May we have another? All right, Anna.
Donna, my question is, first of all, I'd like to, saludo po kami dahil mahigpit yung inyong screening ng mga pagbibigay ng business permit before you give this to those applicants. However, ang resulta po nito, yung mga hindi nabigyan ng business permit, nagiging kolorum. Therefore, meron po ba tayong coordination with the barangay, with the Baguio permits and licensing to go after these illegal establishments?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, po. Those public consultations, they were mostly for barangays. Because we discovered po that the barangay leaders, they don't even know their zoning. They don't even know the allowable uses in their barangay. So we are training them so that they know po which are going to pass in terms of permitting at alin po dyan. So yun lang po kasi, dapat may good governance din sa barangay. Ang sabi ko, minsan, pinapayagan nila for some reason. And then when we go there and inspect, talagang mature na yung business na nangyayari doon na walang pa-permit. So, ang ginagawa po namin, of course, is to capacitate our leaders in barangay so that they know. And more importantly, vigilance po from us. So it takes you po to tell us that there's a property here that's encroached already to the waterway and it's releasing wastewater straight onto the river. If you tell us, we'll go there straight, immediately. We have chat groups with the mayor so that any complaint or any request for inspection, we do that immediately. So may limitation din po kami on the way that we see everything that's happening in the city. And that's the reason why we say barangays should know this. They should be the ones who first report it to us. But they need to learn. We're teaching them here in the capacity. We're not teaching them what is zoning, why there is zoning. And I'm happy rin naman po that some barangay captains, most especially, they're learning a lot. Meron po kami tinatawag na barangay learning sessions para sa circular economy. Every month po, tinuturuan namin sila kung ano ang dapat gawin. At i-audit pa namin sila sa Monday para sigurado po kami na ang ginagawa nila ay so, yun po. Marami po ang ginagawa, and that's for sure. And I hope po that in some of you, you feel something changing. And I hope be the stories na we will share in the next engagement when we come together. Hey, my barangay does this. Ano po, yun yung magandang minding din. Para we know that we're moving really towards a better school. Thank you.
Thank you very much.